Hi, let's talk about sketching, shall we? I'll start by showing you here some of the equipment that I use in my process of sketching and drawing. You'll notice from the video here that there's inks, fine liner pens, brush pens, dipping pens. I also use a clutch pencil, but only limited. You will also see here that I do not have any use for an eraser. I tend to frown on using eraser as it can leave you the page that you're working on looking really dirty and scruffy. I suppose that's why I really go for using the fine liners in the first instance, as you put marks down and you can't take them out after that. You've got to leave them and work with them, and to a certain extent it does build up character in the piece of work that you're trying to achieve. Drawing or sketching has always formed a major part of man's evolution. From the very early caveman drawings and so on, up until current day modern CGIs, the importance of sketching and drawing, putting information down on paper to be able to share with others has always been paramount. I just wonder how far we would have got as a race without the ability to draw and sketch. The information and the educational aspects put down on paper and so on by the likes of like Da Vinci. The man was at the forefront of, really, in my opinion, of everything. His sketches and that of bodies, of organs, of parts of the bodies, the way the body works, the way that animals work, the way animals' bodies work, stuff to do with plant biology, right up to the man's imagination in the sketches of what he was proposing with the invention of tanks and submarines and all sorts of stuff like that. The man was a true genius, and without those sketches and that, again, we wouldn't have progressed as quickly as we have. Here's a page of me doodling, I suppose, just working with confidence, drawing straight lines, one after the other. I know it seems repetitive, but just to train your hand to get that straight line, to get an element there that looks right. A lot can be said for quality of line. And really the best way you can build up that quality is by practicing. You'll notice in a minute I'll show a sample here of lines where, you know, people sort of like dash it. I've seen it so many times where people haven't got the confidence just to draw that straight line. They'll stab it and do bits like this one now on the vertical, and it really ends up as a scrubby mess. It's by far better to take the pen and then just go straight, draw the line straight away. What the pen that I'm using here is a Pitt pen, but it's a 001, which is quite fine. And in this way, if you don't press hard, you keep the lines, keep the strokes pretty light, you can then, you know, work it up with maybe even 2 or 3 strokes like we're doing now. You've got 2 or 3 strokes, and then when you see something that, yeah, that's the line that I want, you then go over it and thicken it up. This is very strange for me watching this, as only a few years ago I had a stroke, and one of the things that I wanted to do was to try and get my hand back into sketching and drawing, and the initial outcomes after having the stroke was really weird. Lines were going everywhere, up and down, and the control was a little bit wonky, as they say. It's a little bit as I'm talking, because of the stroke, it left me with aphasia, and sometimes I can't find the words, which leaves me a bit of a loss. But I managed to overcome the problems of drawing, and it was just through practice, just continually with the sketch pad, just practicing lines, practicing circles, and just getting comfortable with it again. When drawing straight lines, or any line, no, not curved line, when drawing straight lines, it's always an advantage to just put a dot down where you want to start it, and then another dot where you want to finish it, particularly on longer lines, and then just start off with the initial dot, but instead of watching your line, just watch the end point, watch the end dot, and then just let your hand take your pen to that point, and you'll be surprised just how efficient and how good you'll get at drawing straight lines of any length. Of course, with shorter lines, you can get those done quite easily with the wrist, and it doesn't require as much practice, as much skill, as it were. I suppose it's the wrong word, I suppose, skill, but short lines are easy, longer lines are more difficult. So even on a page like this, it's really scruffy, I suppose. Just a page of doodling. You can build up ideas. Take what I'm doing now, for instance. I'm just sketching out a house. Nothing any special, but just getting some of those elements in there. But you can take this sketch, and then, even though you've got scribbled lines over it, you can then put another piece of paper down, or even if you're using tracing paper, put tracing paper, and then just build up those ideas, which is good when you're doing design work and stuff like that. If you're doing just ordinary sketching of places, architecture, boats, you just go into it, and there's no going putting tracing paper over the top. But you can do, as I said before, you can put these lines down, put the outlines down in an O1 pen, and then just thicken up and then just build it up, and the end results are very good. There's an artist by the name of John Love. He's very good at this. He's a very good artist, period. But just watching, he's got some free videos on his website, and one of them that he's got there on sketching, and he works with a pencil. Funny enough, he uses an eraser, but more as an eraser to draw lines. Sounds a bit silly, but it does work. Sometimes when you put shading down, you can get a nice crisp white line, and you can achieve some really nice highlight effects. Anyway, this has been an introduction to my world of sketching. This is the methods that I choose and that I adopt. If you've found them interesting or of any use to you, please like and subscribe. Hope to see you in the next video, where I think I'll be taking a sketch of most probably a piece of architecture, as that's my genre, I suppose, and working up a full sketch, and to completion. So thanks again. Hope to see you soon.